This is Everyday Home Theater, where your next movie night starts. Before we jump into movie reviews, I want to walk you through the setup I use every day, what I chose, why, and how it works in a space that's not a dedicated home theater. My setup lives in a finished everyday living area. It's not a blacked out basement or a spare room with stadium seating. It's the same space we use to relax, watch TV, and hang out. So the choices I made had to fit real life use, not just audio specs or wish lists. I didn't want to mount a projector or install a drop-down screen. This room is already finished, and frankly, I'd rather spend time watching movies than doing a renovation project. Anyone that knows me knows renovation projects, not a good idea. I needed something that would deliver cinematic impact without needing to build a dedicated theater space. That meant making smart choices about screen tech and sound delivery. I went with the LG OLED G4 77-inch wall-mounted. It's thin, sleek, and gives me incredible black levels and color accuracy, especially with Dolby Vision titles on Apple TV. I didn't want to spend hours tweaking settings or running wires everywhere. The Sonos Arc, Sub, and Era 300s gave me a modular plug-and-play system that automatically tuned itself to the room. There's no AV receiver required, so no fiddling around with settings, but messing around trying to find the remote. This house is a modern split level, and it had one great advantage. I was able to run hidden cabling down to the basement where my media cabinet lives. That keeps the clutter out of the room and lets me stash devices like my Apple TV, power bricks, and network gear out of sight. The modular setup was key. I can upgrade, add, or remove speakers without ripping out walls or hiring an installer. Sonos gave me a low barrier to entry, but still delivers top-tier sound that makes Atmos movies shine. Thanks for joining me at Everyday Home Theater. I started this because I wanted to take some of the great films that I've already have, explore the area, the space around the immersion of those films, and really just give you an idea of what you can do right at home with minimal setup and consumer grade products. The setup works for me, works for this space, and gives us an opportunity to have this space as a do-all space rather than a dedicated theater that will only use a limited amount of time. To see that visual, to feel that sound and that bass, and to really just interact with the films in a way that I never had the opportunity to do before on a smaller setup or a smaller screen. This is Everyday Home Theater, where your movie night comes to life.